Five. So, gentlemen, everything should be plugged in. Everything should be set up, good to go. We're all good to go, from what I can gather.
Yes.
I can see you're both just finely coiled springs.
Oh, I'm about to shit myself. Is that what you can see?
Oh, that's perfect. Can you do it while we're recording? Are you wearing undercrackers?
Well,
You'll never.
Are they the ones with the tight the legs? You know, like
No.
Speedo kind of ones, or the loose fitting boxer?
I'm wearing Donald Trump's man nappies.
Man purse.
That's disgusting.
That's
What a
disgusting.
fucking horrible.
I'm
thought.
so hard right now.
The smell's going to happen in here in a
Let's
second.
move on with the goddamn show.
There's no shortage of miscreants in this world, Sheriff.
The Legion of the Storyman Explains.
The Legion of extraordinary miscreants, famous for their sins and their whiskey sins. They laugh in the face of the law, 'cause they had nothing to lose at all. Nothing to lose at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome along to the latest show of the Extraordinary Miscreants. My name, of course, is Scott, the Sasquatch Healer, your internet daddy. And let me introduce you to two members, probably very high-ranking numbers on the FBI's most wanted list. First of all, we have the bubonic Boris. How are you doing, Mr. Boris?
I'm good. Bubonic Boris.
And we've got Tetanus Tiny, of course, in the corner there as well.
Tetanus.
Well, I mean, let's face it, I'm saying this out of jest, but the pair of you have been an absolute pair of plaguey-riddled fuckers
True, right.
recently.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's face it. I mean, on past shows this week alone,
Yep.
you know, disease-riddled, medical tests,
Yep.
fucking midgets, everything going on with you guys.
I got prescribed. Sour sweeties by the doctor.
Sour
What?
sweeties.
Aye, sour sweeties.
Suki sweeties.
Aye, but as long as they're sour.
Okay.
I know. I thought it was the most
What
fucking
the
bizarre. I know.
So,
Tell me more.
what kind of ailment would be helped by a sour sweetie?
It's helped to relax my anus. No, I've got.
Oh,
I've
that's
got,
what's happening.
Swollen saliva glands.
Okay.
Like they're choked. Like my whole side of my face was swollen up. All my neck was, because I was like, oh, these big lumps. I was like, I've got the cancer.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, of course.
I'm dead.
Yep.
And so I went to the doctor, and she's like, no, it's like swollen or fucking choked saliva glands or some shit.
No way.
She's like,
Choked
unless it gets
saliva
infected, and we'd have to operate on it. But that's like a worst case. At the moment, she's like, all you can do is really drink water and take things that will stimulate them and encourage you to salivate.
Can
So I
I
came home and looked at a whole lot of porn.
can I offer?
I was going to offer my hot sauce.
No, apparently no. It has to be like Suki sour sweeties.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, so I've been fucking chewing up the starbursts.
Can I offer like a
Starbucks.
holistic remedy? Like this is
Yeah.
to help release the swollen saliva glands.
Yes.
As you're saying there, they need to be massaged.
Oof.
Could I prescribe 45 cc's of hot cock? Right, just I'm thinking like we get tiny because he's a big loon. You know, you've got to think he's packing some beef
But
there.
unfortunately, my
Right,
penis
packing
is
some
very
meat.
small.
So
And it's probably sour as well.
probably sour. Exactly.
It might taste the cancer. You never know.
It's either going to promote your saliva or your gag reflex. One of the two. So probably both.
Win-win.
Leave it unwashed.
Win-win.
Don't shower for a week.
Shit.
Nothing
man.
says
And
good
I've been
head
in
like
France
vomit.
for last week, so that would have extra
What was that,
cheese.
sorry?
I was going to say, and I've been in France for the last week, so
Oh.
it'll have extra cheesy cheese.
Why? Oh, so you've been in France?
Yeah.
And they let you go into France with your variable fucking agenda of plagues and diseases you have.
Well, I don't go around declaring to the passport people, passport control, that I may have cancer. But yeah.
Walking disease.
Yeah. But speaking of being fingered by children,
Yes.
whoa,
Wait a minute. What?
When the fuck did
When
we
the
mention
fuck
that?
did we mention? I mean, I'm intrigued, but you
I'm
know,
there.
I'm in for it. Okay.
so
Fingered by children.
yeah, well, bless her. It's probably a little unfortunate to market this particular Greta Thunberg lookalike as a child, but yeah, I finally lifelong ambition. Got fingered by a very pretty lady
Amazing.
doctor. She's right in there trying to find the prostate, but I swear to God, if I'd sneezed, the whole of her would have disappeared. She was.
When that asshole puckers up,
just
she's losing her fucking wristwatch at least.
Yeah.
that reverse suction. That
Did she tell you she was
disappeared.
going to do it? Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Because the first time I got it done, the doctor never told me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was on a hospital bed, and she's like, just roll over a second. And I was like, cool. Not even thinking. And I was like, ah!
well, there was a whole to do
Jesus.
because the bed is so small. Okay, I'm huge.
Yeah.
But the bed is normal sized, and it's like I'm like half hanging off the thing. She's like, right, we're gonna have to like balance you on this, and just a little bit of gel, and
You know, just stand up and bend over, like.
I did wonder
Would've been
that.
a whole lot fucking
Mind you, she
easier.
would have had his step ladder, I think.
That's
Also, if I'd fallen over backwards, that would have
Good point.
definitely
creating a lot of
ended her
problems
life.
here just to check your prostate.
If he goes
Yeah.
down, I mean, they're fucked, to be fair.
That's true, yeah. I'm not going to get a crane through those doors.
That's it.
Yeah. Is there a big enough oven to fucking get rid of him? Actually.
Like, I've never had a medical finger in my anus.
No?
Not.
No, I've not. I mean,
Oh,
I've
can I
had
be
like
the first?
an unsolicited finger where the paper doesn't fails me, I'm wiping,
Yeah.
or I once had a finger.
It took me a
Yeah,
long
Like
time.
a girl finger,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, oh no, come out of there, no, no, wasn't for me whatsoever.
okay.
But I've never had a medical because of course I turned 50 there back in March, and I was like, oh cool, time to get fingered. I'm at that age where
Yeah.
like right time to check your poops and check your prostate and blah blah blah.
And you
But-
keep bleeding out of your ass. So.
Yeah, exactly. I was bleeding quite badly in my house for a while there. That turned out to be medication, but still, it was like, I'm bleeding quite badly. Sure, I'm going to get a finger in there to see how things are, And I didn't. All they do now is, when you get old as shit, is they don't go finger you anymore, and massage your shoulders and call you pretty. What they do is they send you a little fucking stick and say, right, go and dig some of that shit out with the stick, put it in this little container, and then post it to us. And then some poor bastard who's getting paid minimum wage has to dig your shitty stick out of a container and scan it for any cancers or whatever might be in there. But
What a job.
that's all they do now, is you get a dipstick. But the problem is then, though, is you have to like you obviously you're dipping that into your fresh, unwatered shit, your exposed jobby. So my thinking was, and I think I maybe mentioned this before, was
yeah,
it's like I had to like half push it out,
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
hanging,
yeah.
and then dig into it while it was hanging.
Why would you just shite in like a basin and then?
I'm not going to shite into a basin.
Oh,
This is
okay,
Tupperware.
My aim is
Could
terrible.
you get your wife's Tupperware?
If you think my wife's
I'm
going to
not
allow
asking
me
you to do
to
it from
shit
height.
in
Your aim
Tupperware-
is terrible.
Why wouldn't
Like,
you do it in height?
Well, that's a good point, but
Good
like just
splat.
hug the basin, teat your arse, and just shite,
Are
and
you-
then.
so you're telling me that you're homosexual now, that you want to eliminate all risk when it comes to dropping jobbies?
I'm not saying I want to
Surely
eliminate
you're
all
a
this.
real man.
I'm
You-
saying you want to eliminate all this. We all know how I'm going to be doing it. I'm going to do it from the top of the stairs.
Make
with a
THL catch
fucking-
it.
with
You know,
a catapult.
I'm going to line the stairs and silage drop so it slides down the stairs like a slip and slide.
The Filipino pool lady at the bottom with a fucking catcher's mitt. No! Strike! Like, Jesus Christ, that's horrible. So yeah,
wild.
so you've obviously figured. How did the fingering go? I mean, were they gentle at least, or did they have a good dig
Yeah,
around?
I mean,
or
yeah.
she light candles first?
Then she gave me cigarettes.
ask you if you want a happy ending? Or?
Yeah. She reached around. No, she couldn't reach around me because I'm too fat. But no, yeah, teeny tiny lady. She went in. She was very gentle.
Excellent.
Even wiped my bum hole off with some paper towel
You couldn't have
afterwards.
done that first for
I
her.
know, right? Exactly. Jesus Christ.
Fucking
I'm
animal.
that fucking brute.
Absolute animal.
He went in raw.
Animals.
And you've got to think that back end's a hairy thing too as well. So
Jesus.
I
There's
guess it would
always
be.
yeah,
oh,
like-
there's like tarantulas and
it's like a matted Yeti's back. Like, what the fuck? Oh.
yeah, but
Jesus.
very gentle. Yeah,
Yeah, so
it was quite the experience.
So you were cleansed then fingered.
Yes,
That's
no,
delightful.
fingered and then cleansed.
Fingered and then cleansed.
because
sorry, okay, yeah.
the lubricant gel that she used to
She was
to get
cleared
in there.
away any of her
Ruining
DNA.
Yeah.
my Sunday evening. The thought of fingering your clarty back end.
Yeah, so, anyways, got a whole new fucking catalog of drugs I'm on, which is masking symptoms, so I can at least
You can
not
cope.
piss myself when I'm standing on stage or
Shit.
big and things, but getting some bloods done, and
Mhm.
we'll see.
Fabulous.
We'll see where it goes.
So things are still in the air. We don't know
As
if
it
you have,
were,
the,
yeah,
if you have
yeah.
if the prostate cancer yet, or we're not sure if you do.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Listen.
Well, he doesn't get any sympathy.
No.
Oh, I mean,
That's
no.
We'll just, that's it.
Do
Fine,
that.
he's
No,
done.
no. There's no sympathy. What I'm
I
saying
want
though.
no sympathy.
what I'm
I
saying
think something's
though
wrong
is,
here if you give me sympathy.
And once I find out that I'm just going to hit you with horrible jokes.
Good.
Oh, man.
I'm looking forward
Because I
to
am
it.
a horrible cunt.
You really are, and it's. But then I think it's only fair because we have made fun of you and your family for long enough that it's about time we
Yeah.
got some in the neck as well
Fucking right.
for our fucking ridiculous poisons and passions and shit.
They take speed of horrible jokes and inappropriate times. I made a horrible joke at my grandmother's funeral.
Did you really?
Yeah, we came out of the what's the crematorium? Come out the back door of the crematorium, and the first fucking thing we see is a community defib thing.
Right.
Defibrillator. I just I fucking nudged my mum and I was like, it's a bit fucking late, isn't it? And I thought, fucking holy shit. I mean, it wasn't even that funny, but fuck.
Timing.
You wouldn't believe the amount of people who were offended by that.
Oh no!
Get the fuck.
Timing is everything.
Cunt. Anyway.
Jesus. Fucking hell. Fucking hell.
I'd have been fucking holding the door, closing the defib. Fuck, you're not getting that.
Shit. Like, and the thing is,
Just
well,
duct tape it.
because the thing is, like, you develop friendships like this where if we're nice to each other, then you think something's wrong here.
Yeah.
Something's gone wrong, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I had to go in because I suspected testicular cancer a while back,
Uh-huh.
and I had to go in for the scan, you know,
Yep.
and they give you the gown to wear. Now, this is back when I was heavier as well, too, so the gown, of course, is not going to fit me whatsoever.
Yeah.
And the whole back end is facing out with this fucking gown.
Yeah.
And I had to walk past a waiting room from the changing room
So
to the
degrading.
scanning bit,
Yeah.
past a full waiting room of folk who are seeing a fat man with his arse hanging clean out,
Yeah.
barely covered at the front with this fucking medium-sized gown.
Yeah, they're like fucking loincloths.
Ridiculous things. And then I'm lying there, and again, you know, you get the work is so they pull the balls through and they put a towel over the piniot and
Yeah.
a towel below, so it's only the two swingers hanging
Yeah.
through this gap in the towels, you know,
Yeah.
for your dignity allegedly. And then, of course, this woman who has seen better days, she looks like fucking done with life. Because imagine your CV, you know, what have you done for the last 20 years? Oh, I've scanned men's balls,
Yeah.
you know. She's got the KY in her hand and smothers over the top, and then in with the scanner, the thing with the the
Fucking
over the
ace.
and you're seeing the 3D image of
Yeah,
your
the ultrasound thing.
inside, you know, ultrasound.
So cold on the balls.
Don't ask her if it's twins when they do that because they do not appreciate that joke whatsoever. So yeah, I've been to that part. But again, there was no joy. You know, at least give them
It's
a.
weird, isn't it?
You think give them a wipe clean and then maybe a little kiss.
Yeah.
But
A little kiss.
thanks now, sir. On your way. A wee pat on the ass.
Bye, mate.
You know,
Here's
Call me.
here's the Veet that you desperately need.
Call me exactly. Call me Pray at least. You know.
I had to
but
get an operation of mine a few years ago. I think, I told you about that. But yeah, when I had to get all the enemas and stuff. But that's by the way. So I had to go in. Obviously, twisted testicle. That was
Yeah,
fine. So we went
yes.
in, and they were like, "So I got the ultrasound. That's fine." And I was in a ward. So they were like, "Oh, you okay if like when the doctor comes round, he takes like there's obviously some students." And I was like, "Yeah, cool." But with some students, an entire fucking university of students.
Oh, for fuck's
They're all in.
sake.
They pull the fucking curtain round, and there's like 20 fucking students there. And the doctor's like, "Let me have a feel, Mr. Archibald." So he's juggling my fucking balls, and he's going, "Yeah." And you come here. So the next one's in, like a fucking petting zoo. Right, your turn.
At which point were you starting to get hard?
Oh, fucking no point. It was
Jesus
it was-
Christ.
I mean, and I'm not shy, so I was just sitting there, just like, "Oh, okay, this is weird."
Holy fuck's sake.
But I just thought there's so many people who would really struggle with that,
That's
and I'm
right.
sitting there just like, yeah, whatever. Everyone just kind of a shot. And it's
Jesus
like,
Christ.
and I'm not a well endowed guy. So it's not like I'm sitting there like, like proud as punch, like,
Yeah.
check this shit. Like,
Holy fuck.
this man with his mediocre cock sitting there, 20 students all having a juggle. It's fucking ace. I love my
Pretending
life.
to be Rocco Siffredi.
I've told you.
Thanks.
Yes. I've told before about the time I tore my toodle open with a zipper. It was like, no. And again, like you said there, I saw the same doctor in Aberdeen for a good 20 years, right? This man was my regular go-to man. He was sound.
Yeah.
He would ask you about, this is back when I was doing strongman, he'd ask me about my career in strongman, we would have a chat. He was a nice guy. Only ever him was the man I saw for long enough, you know. And then I had to go in, of course, after the damage to get checked up on by him, you see. And I walked in and there was like fucking students in the room. And you're like, yeah, did you fuck? And you can see him smiling because he fucking knew why I was there.
Yeah.
He's seen my records. Like, oh, so he guarantees like, oh shit, it's a penis. Right. All right, Betty, get the fucking students in here right now. So there's three of them with their clipboards and they're fucking like, they pull back here. Hello. Young girls as well too. Like, what the
How
fuck?
young?
Oh, I mean, they're like early students.
Oh,
you know,
okay. I
so-
know, like nursery students.
Would be brilliant if we could,
Kindergarten.
If we could find out somehow if there's like a history that we could trace back and see if my doctor that's fingering me was one of the students.
Oh,
that
God,
would be
it once felt my
brilliant.
balls.
Yeah, that'd be a
and
brilliant
then
fucking
saw my
link.
my torn apart penis.
Yeah.
Gold.
We could go find
Wouldn't
out somehow.
that be
I have her name. I'm not going to say it on mine, but yeah.
Fantastic twist of fate.
Jesus, that would be
Track it
wonderful.
down.
In my head canon, that's true now.
Yeah.
You know, but then of course, so
She didn't get enough of fat middle-aged men. and
Yeah.
stuff. It's
Oh,
like-
I was in my early 20s
my
at that
thing.
point.
Oh, I mean-
okay, sorry.
I wasn't middle-aged. Calm down. Fuck off. Well, actually, I mean, if I die today, technically I was middle-aged. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think of that?
That was a
Damn,
conversation
damn.
killer. I thought I was the conversation killer.
shit.
Yeah, you normally are, but I was just doing the maths.
I thought I normally did the math.
Yeah, sorry.
Fucking hell. So yeah, like my damaged peanut had swollen up like a fucking what do you call the ones they do? You know the
Watermelon.
not a watermelon. The fucking one they use as an emoji to for penis. Like,
Oh, aubergine.
Aubergine.
Yeah, purple thing.
Purple and brown and
Eggplant.
horrible kind of fucking shape, and the end of it was all broken and twisted. And of course, these students are holding their fucking this fat mammy's fucking aubergine out. Yeah, it's a bit swollen right now, you know. Sorry, fucking it's not. Fuck it, it's horrible. Fucking hell.
It's weird, isn't it?
But I'm kind of sad that I've not been fingered yet. That's a thing. But I'll maybe have to get.
I've
the
got two
involved with that.
competing like thoughts that are in my head at the moment. They're both slightly unrelated. But
Okay. Oh,
just to finish off the story of the
Conversation
doctor.
killer. That's
Yeah,
it.
working on that one. Funny story about the doctor. She took a urine sample, and then the next time I saw her, she says, "Oh, I'm really sorry. Your urine sample it didn't get tested because I didn't put the lid on properly, and when it got handed in, it all pissed out." I'm like,
Oh no.
"That's not great, you know, because it hurts
That's
like
nice.
to give you that sample
Yeah.
and stuff." But speaking of aubergines,
Yes.
somebody handed me a plant today and said, "Oh, that's a cucamelon."
A cucamelon.
Yeah, cucamelon.
Was this person drunk?
No, it was
Was this
it was
person homeless?
no, also not. But it was at the neighbor's house, and one of the other neighbors was around dropping off these plants and said, "Oh, this is a cucamelon. It's like a sort of a weird fucking hybrid plant, and they're melons that." No, the cucumbers that grow as the shape and size of a melon.
Right.
Cucumbers are bad enough in their normal form. Why
Yeah.
the fuck would you want to be bigger?
Bigger and rounder. What the fucking?
What the fuck?
Mate,
Yeah.
imagine those slices in your burger.
Why
Fucking hell.
would you like two things to
I'll
put
write to
together?
Alan Titchmarsh and ask him.
Science is out of control. You know,
You'll tell.
fucking.
Fucking, yeah, there's
No one.
That's the
Now
point.
it's-
That's
Yeah.
the problem we have here.
The
you know.
Burn it
atom
all
bomb-
down.
The atom bomb wasn't a problem, but the cucamelon is.
You know, like if they like
burn it
science-
down like a nearby field.
No one says should we. They always say can we. They don't say should we. You know, like
Yeah.
what benefit of mankind is a
fucking
fucking.
pointless.
Pretty sure I remember this scene in the Margaret Atwood book, Oryx and Crake, as well. Yeah, so.
What the fuck is he talking
I've got
about?
no idea, but I'm just nodding in a way because
Okay.
I pretend to
You
read.
mentioned
I've read
books. Fuck
There
that.
was- You're not a book man at all, are you?
He can't read.
I like an audiobook. I'm in the middle of writing a book.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Keep it straight. What's the topic about?
It's going to be called Through Their Eyes.
Through that. Okay,
It's,
excellent. Through
It's
their
a,
eyes. Right.
it's a series of
Serial killers.
short stories.
Excellent. Written from your perspective or from
Written so it's going to be high profile murders that we know of.
Oh, right.
Written through the victim's eyes.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. But
That's a
twist.
Right.
Here's
Okay.
a twist, boys.
That wasn't the
what
twist.
we know is not what actually happened. Turns out they all fucking deserved it. Jill Dando, I'm in the middle of writing her one just now. Turns out she was embezzling money
Holy
from a children's hospital.
Mate. No.
Yeah? Yeah? No.
Christ.
No.
Dead fucking murder victim. Fucking
Yeah.
what?
So I was actually looking to see if you could think of any others that I might be talking.
No.
No. I was going to do Madeleine McCann, but we don't actually know if she's dead yet. So I can't really finish that story truthfully.
Holy shit.
Is that too much?
That's wild. Speaking of books.
Oh, we're just watching.
Oh,
over this
yeah,
number
I
one bestseller.
all
are we?
right.
I am not
This could be-
engaging with that
This
topic.
could be a Times bestseller, and you're just watching over it. You're
watch me.
You're about to become part of history.
What about that little kid in America we mentioned? Remember the cheerleader one?
Oh yeah.
There you go. What could she have done wrong?
I don't know. I'll come up with something. What would she have?
Jean Benet Ramsey.
I bet she for months on end had been stealing milkshakes from the local McDonald's. And finally, the franchise owner was just like, "I'm fucking sick of this cunt." And when he pulled her up, she was like, "You can do grass me up? You gonna grass me up to the police? I'll tell them you fingered me." And he's like, "Oh!" And just in a fit of rage, he beat her to a pulp.
What is wrong with you?
I think I don't know.
I had to work on that one. It was a bit, yeah. I'm really putting a lot of effort into Jill Dando, to be honest.
I don't.
Jesus.
It's like, so is she getting? Is Jill getting a chapter to herself, or is it a whole book?
Well, no. So it's a series of short stories.
Okay, sorry.
So it's like it'll be like probably something along the lines of like 13 or 14 chapters.
Okay.
And each chapter is just it's a short story and the build up to to whoever was murdered
from her viewpoint,
from their viewpoint. But what we've always thought that they were the victim. It turns out it was probably justified.
What was the name of the guy who ate people?
Can't remember. What, the Crossbow Cannibal?
Fred something.
Fred West.
Yeah.
No, he didn't eat people. He just buried them under his patio.
Oh, he just buried people.
Yeah, no. But again. Well, I don't want to spoil it.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil it.
I don't want to give too much away.
No, I don't want to give too much away. But
child
actually,
body is actually
he was a phenomenal builder. And he was.
Fucking hell.
You know, he'd been doing a lot of work for a lot of people, and they hadn't been paying him.
Community
You
service.
know, he was about to lose his house. He was about to lose his car.
Yeah.
And
Rose was fucking nipping his head.
He just saw red. He just saw red, Tiny. I don't want to give too much away. Like,
no, that's
because if I tell you now, no one's going to buy the book.
You're not going to buy the book, exactly. I think even the hint of that Jill Dando chat story alone has sold you many a copy. I can't wait. I'm on the edge of my fucking
The only
seat.
thing it's fucking definitely guaranteed me is a lawsuit.
Can I?
Oh yeah, or 10.
Can I write the foreword?
Of course you can.
Obviously under a pseudonym because I'm not fucking associating my real name with that shit. But still a wee foreword.
Why would you not want to put your name with that?
Well,
Can you change it from forward to foreskin?
Foreskin. Yes, exactly.
You're
Holy
making light of this,
fuck.
and it's a very serious, well thought out piece of art.
Yeah, I like
don't
this.
want to engage with it because you'll keep going.
He's got you. He's got you. No, it's fine.
The door's not there to keep you in. Tiny.
I like how you're diversifying your portfolio and your skill set.
I have to.
You have to.
This is only once a fortnight. I've got a lot to put out there.
A lot of creativity.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's just oozing out of me.
Nice.
So the last show that people have heard, of course, had the story about the
Shit
Dobby
on the
face.
face.
Shit in the face.
Oh yeah,
What?
yeah.
I have
story.
had so many people
have you?
just fucking ending themselves saying it's the best thing they've heard.
Yeah.
Like, fucking,
I was laughing. I was
Yeah.
trying to do a puzzle. I couldn't see the puzzle.
My
anymore.
daughter's phenomenal.
it's the fucking best, man.
Yeah.
But a lot of people have said that one of the best things about that clip is your laugh.
Oh really?
Is that it's almost like a husky or Pee Wee Herman. You know? That's the one.
Fucking hell.
That's so contagious, though.
Isn't it just?
It really is.
There's a lot about me that's contagious.
Nice.
But you'll
He
find
winked
out.
at me.
That's why the windows are shut.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. Gentlemen, just a quick side note as well too. On the way here, I fucking nearly died. Let me tell you
Hey,
how. Fucking
that's my lad.
nearly died, right? Driving here, very comfortable, we'll say 60 miles per hour.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
you don't want to go too fast because it's quite narrow roads,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. Some bendy bends.
Yep.
You know, just 60 miles per hour, down to 50 occasionally, you know, if things get a bit hairy.
Yep.
But generally about 60 miles per hour. A fucking pheasant, right? Pheasant.
Oh, we're overrun with the cunts.
There's a
just now.
midden of the cunts.
Aye.
A pheasant just fucking walks out in front of me and I twatted the bastard, right? Twatted.
No.
So I'm on the brakes. That's on the main road. I'm on the
Yeah.
brakes. And I'm like, fucking, not for concern for the pheasant,
Yeah.
more concern for
The
my car, of
yeah,
course, you know? So,
fucking cunts.
so I nip out and I'm checking the car. There's a little bit of a mark, but it seems to be okay. I can
Yeah.
get it cleaned up. It should be okay. I look up the road where the pheasant was lying. The cunt's back on his feet.
Aye, the bounce.
And he just fucking walked away. And I'm like, I just hit that cunt at 60 mile per hour. And he's like, fuck you, and walks back to the verge on their side.
Took it like a champ.
What the fuck? Since when are they breeding like fucking
They're a
indestructible pheasants?
Fucking, we are overrun with the cunts. So like, It must be from like the last couple of shooting seasons, like the estate across there. They all seem to fuck off over here in the winter. Like the ones that don't get shot,
Aye.
and they fucking breed, and they're all down here fucking all night. You hear the fuckers like
Really?
yeah, they're everywhere, like big fat bastards as well.
Have you thought about like going out with a gun?
Well, the father-in-law, he occasionally does. Same with the geese. When the geese come in, we get him to pick off the geese. And LJ, the THL, she makes pulled goose.
Speaking of
fucking
geese,
ace.
before we carry on, I might just jump quickly to one of our new favourite sections of the show, the wonderful Only
It's the miscreants here with the only chance for you crazy motherfuckers like oily cans. Get your butts and your tits off OnlyFans, and when it's our winner of the only mans. Get your butts and your tits off OnlyFans, and when it's our winner of the only mans. Of the only mans. And when it's our winner of the only mans.
So the Only Man section,
Fucking love that.
the Only Man section of our show, it seems to become now a bit of a competition to see who can be the most manliest man who ever manned.
That's the whole
Oh,
point.
nice.
Which is fucking wonderful, you see. The people are emailing in to compete. Now, just to clarify before we carry on, I have made a dedicated Miscreants email address now because
Was there not
previously there wasn't as such. I was using my
Oh.
contact at scotttaylor.uk and I was also getting emails to the old DHB address.
Oh.
Because a lot of our listeners from the DHB came
Did
to us
that
too, you see,
cause
so-
friction?
That was really
No, not at all. It's just it meant that there was a bit of mishmash to where they were going.
That
So
was
I-
really
so-
disorganised, actually.
a little bit, yeah. A little
Shocking,
bit.
actually.
I
Really
can only
quite shit of you,
apologise.
Scott.
Apologise to the listeners now.
I'm so sorry, guys. I really am. I've not been the most organised person in the world ever. Fucking hell. So we do now have a dedicated Miscreants email. Extraordinarymiscreants at gmail.com.
How's anybody ever going to spell that right?
Extraordinary Miscreants.
Said this before.
Uh-huh.
If they can't spell, we don't want them. We've enough. We've got
I
enough
have never agreed with something
Got
you've
enough.
said more.
fuckwits in our lives.
Yes.
Without more cunts that
Preach,
can't
brother.
spell.
If they can't spell, we don't
Fucking
want them. I
preach.
fucking
Are you listening, cunts?
fully support this. Don't make the book. He's got a chapter spare he can put you into, you know, while you were justifiably slaughtered. So,
Angry Ginger Man.
obviously, in our last show, we talked about an email from a guy called Big Dave.
Yep.
And Big Dave told us about how he should win the Only Mans because he fought a goose.
Oh, this
Do you remember this?
Well, it hasn't been out yet.
Well, no, it hasn't been out yet, but you were there when we recorded it. It's out. It's out.
I actually don't remember it, but yeah.
Okay, so
I think. Oh no, I do remember it. Yeah.
so
I remember Big Dave fighting the goose,
Yeah.
but I think that was
Big
a
Dave
while
fighting
back.
the goose.
It wasn't. It was
the one before
yeah.
or was it the last one?
No, you're right. It hasn't been out.
Okay. Well, no.
It was
so
the last time we were all here.
Yes.
Okay.
Last time we were here, so the last show that's out on. Well,
2 weeks ago, Tiny.
Fucking
obviously
hell.
we record ahead of time, so people won't hear this show recorded now until tomorrow. But
This is January, isn't it?
so what's happened is we've had an email regarding geese,
Another one.
and well, kind of yes, and it's not geese actually. It's a more prolific bird, if you will.
Okay.
And it is it goes like this. It goes, all right, you maniacal cretins. I would like to put myself forward for the Only Man's Award because. Man, let me tell you about the time I fought a full-grown adult male swan
Ooh.
What the fuck?
on ketamine and won. Right, fucking.
Was
Whoa,
he?
stop.
Whoa,
Ah,
whoa,
yeah.
whoa, yeah. Who? Which?
Who was on Ket?
This was my question too. Right, this was my question, but it's answered. Right, see,
Oh, okay.
the man who's emailing in
Was
was on the ketamine.
Wow.
So
It's not nearly as funny now, is it?
just let me set the scene.
I'm with you.
Where's a swan going to get fucking ketamine from?
A dealer, obviously.
Of course. I was at a canal side barbecue last summer. Someone had brought dodgy pills, someone else brought a speaker, and I, for reasons that are still unclear, had taken a small recreational bump of something in a bag labelled roofing chalk.
Roofy chalk.
Roofing.
Or roofing chalk.
Roofing chalk. Like, why the fuck are you touching shit
Why
from
are
a bag that you don't? I mean,
Fucking right.
but people who, well, I mean, I'm speaking to the wrong person. Obviously, when it comes to this, you know. But
Know your audience.
know my audience, fucking hell, Jill Dando. I was standing near the edge of the canal, eating a burnt sausage with my hands, when this absolute fucking unit of a swan came out of nowhere, wings out, neck doing that S curve like it's winding up a punch. It hissed, I hissed back. We locked eyes, and then it fucking lunged at me. I did what any man would do. I grabbed its neck with one hand, screamed, "Not today, you feathery bastard," and suplexed it into the canal. It came back out, soaked and furious, so I grabbed a traffic cone, no idea why it was there, and wielded it like a jousting lance, while it circled me like a furious sea demon.
Nice.
We did this for 20 minutes. People filmed it. One man screamed at me and cried. Eventually, it gave up. Swam off backwards, defeated. I stood there, covered in feathers, blood, mine, and what might have been relish. Why do I deserve... Why do I deserve only mans? Well, 1, wrestled a government-protected demon swan. 2, may now be spiritually bonded to it. And 3, got tetanus, rabies, and enlightenment. So, I have tasted the fury of a swan and lived. I haven't slept properly since, but I'm stronger now, different, evolved. Put me on that leaderboard, or I'll find the swan again, and this time I'll finish the bastard. War regards. Not even warm. War regards.
War regards.
Craig, the Swan Breaker.
Nice.
Fucking.
He also
delightful.
came up, I think, with the 17th film title for the Fast and Furious franchise,
Did he?
Soaked and Furious.
Soaked in
Soaked in
furious. I'm loving the fact that we've had 2 unrelated bird fucking
Yeah.
incidents.
They're vicious cunts.
They're vicious. I mean, I've obviously had that fucking unbreakable bloody bastard in the road there. So
Yeah.
these 2 fuckers here. This is a.
That's a
this is
far more
worrying
impressive
development.
fight than the other one, actually. I think
Suplexing
he's
a swan.
probably going to... I think
He might edge him.
jump. Yeah, he's going to go up to the top.
I had to-
Like they're pretty fucking devilish creatures. those
Fucking
things as well,
swans
too,
are
like-
bastards.
They're
but they're
thick
not as
necks.
they're not as bastards as peacocks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they can
well,
be cunts.
I'll come back to the peacocks though, because I had a fight with a goose this week.
You had a fight with a goose this week.
Uh-huh.
I'm all ears.
So Thursday, I was in Dijon in France. The Thursday night we went out for
You do a
dinner.
mean mustard.
They do a mean mustard. I went out to this. It was this really cool like restaurant on a lake sort of thing, and they fish their own pike in this lake and then cook it in the restaurant. And blah, blah, blah.
Motherfucker.
And I was sat there and I was minding my own business, having a meal. There's 8 of us at the table, and this big jelly fucking red-faced goose thing hops up out of the water, waddles along, shakes all the water off its feathers, and then comes over and just starts like making itself big and getting closer and closer. And I'm just sat there.
Oh,
like,
nice.
I didn't move. I don't know how I offended this fucking thing.
It just knows.
It just fucking knows.
It just knows
And
you're
then
a
it kind of
cunt.
made eye contact and
I
shat.
can smell the paedophilia in here.
It smells the tears of the children.
smells the prostate cancer.
That's what it is.
You smell the weakness.
That's what it is. I can
It's
smell the
an easy
weakness.
victim.
But yeah, so anyways, yeah, they kept coming over. It's like starting up. So I stood up and I kicked it.
Oh, nice.
hell.
You kicked a goose. That's fucking
And then
They
it hissed
come
at
back at
me,
you.
shook its tail, and ran off.
They're fuckers. We had geese when we was kids. My grandparents, they used to fucking chase us about. They're horrible, vicious cunts. I think. Yeah.
Like I think in our new, it seems like Only Man's, like our dedicated bird section is of the Only Man's awards.
Of guys fighting birds.
I think Tiny's in a fucking clear like second place now.
To be honest, it sounds
gonna-
like he attacked it for no reason.
I'm well.
I just got up and cooked a goose.
Maybe.
So we're gonna have a dedicated like men
I
fighting
mean,
birds.
that's the way it's looking. I mean,
Only man and birds.
I did not intend this section of the show to be, people emailing in with their fucking bird stories, but that seems to be the way it's
I
going.
once got in a fist fight with Jordan. Does that count?
With Jordan.
Yeah.
Fuck's Jordan.
Of birds and
Jordan.
mans.
Jordan, the
It's a big
stripper.
tit lovely, yeah.
No, you
No, I
did
didn't.
not. Katie Price. I didn't.
I just thought we were fighting birds.
I've
like,
only ever kicked her disabled son.
I'd
I
be
did
more.
meet her. She was
I'd
a
be more afraid to
fucking
fight her
knob.
son. Fucking hell, Big Harvey. Jesus, man.
she's a no. I met her. I think,
Oh, I can't.
She was a fucking cunt. She was a nutty bitch.
Was she?
Ugh, doesn't matter. We'll go into another.
I met her once
Before
when
or
I was-
after she got 6 figures of being shat on.
it was like early 2000s, so it was before she made herself look the way she does now.
Yeah.
I like Tiny said there. I love the fact that a lot of these like well-known celebrity hot people, like women and they will accept like these Saudi Arabian
Prince
fucking
or something.
princes. They'll say and something they're like, we will pay you several £1,000,000 if you just come. We'll fly you to Saudi Arabia. You come here and let me shit on your chest,
Yeah.
and then away you go.
Yeah.
And it's a thing.
What?
It's an
Yeah, it's a
absolute
massive
thing.
Who does this?
There are
All kinds of
photographs out there
Yeah.
floating around of a naked Jordan Katie Price with a
Really?
big old jobby on her
her
fucking
chest?
stomach.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a power thing.
Would you find that I'm asking for a friend.
I might have a connection to hook you up
No
with
source,
It's not
no
for me.
truth.
It's not for
No,
me.
no,
It's not for me.
It's for the author of your book.
Here's a link. Don't click on it.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a thing. Seemingly that they get paid to go out and they get wined and dined and treated like a princess. But at the end of the night, they're getting shat on by some Saudi Arabian prince. You know.
Well, you know, in the end of Taken, where he finds his daughter on that yacht in the Paris River. You know, that's all based on true story.
I quite believe it. The French are fucked up.
I just made that up.
Well, so we've had a swan fight and a goose fight this
Yes.
week. That's fucking interesting shit.
And we've
I
had
like
goose,
that story.
Goose fight's a bit over. Like I didn't circle the fucker.
Oh, yeah, it sounds like you attacked it.
I stood up and kicked it.
What was his name again? Bruce? No. Barry?
Craig.
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 Craig went for it like
Craig.
It's good.
Was
Good
it
going,
Craig?
Craig.
Yeah, I was good. Like,
Craig the Swan Breaker.
good man. Craig.
Swanbreaker.
Swanbreaker's
He's
phenomenal.
given himself a nickname.
That's fucking ace.
delightful.
Why
I know.
wouldn't you?
What an ego.
Brilliant.
I love it.
I want a
I
story.
want to see the video.
I want to see somebody fucking.
Can't I send the
write in-
video?
I want someone to write in and say they fought an emu or something. That'd be fucking
An
even
emu,
better.
fuck
you know,
that.
Yeah.
Well, you've got to think it's got to escalate.
Once met Rod
Fought a
Paul.
giraffe.
No, I want the video. He said there was a video. I want him to send the video through.
Craig, if you hear this, which you probably will, that video gets it. It was
Get
ASAP.
it sent through because I
That's
want to see it.
Fucking delightful.
Yeah, no, I'm into that. Like,
So yeah, that was the only man section, which is fucking amazing.
High.
what?
Fighting a swan while you're
On
high.
cat?
Yeah.
Fucking ace. What a drug?
Tiny, you've been unexpectedly visited by, I believe, your parents this week as well. To me,
Yeah.
just completely out of the blue. I met them again. Well, I met his
You
mum
met
before,
before, yeah.
of course. Yeah, I met his mum before. So you know, I'd made it clear to her that I was the son that she should have had.
It's true.
Because, you
That's,
know,
that's what she says to me on every phone call now.
So I met them. I was in the local hostelry with my children, and
Yeah.
she walked in with your son. And her first words were, "Son!" I was like, "Ah, yes!" And I'm hugging her, but I'm getting some confused looks from your father. It was like,
Feeding the pony.
feeding the pony. But the best thing is,
Gonna
though, is
need
that
some lube for that, mate.
the best thing is, though, is that
Spitting it.
your good lady wife was there too.
Yeah.
And so, of course, your mother had confused your good lady wife with my wife and assumed that we both were married.
Well, I mean, she walked in while you guys were snogging. So
But I mean,
that's-
your wife was very quick to dismiss this idea.
You should have absolutely used it as an opportunity to feel her boobs or something. Like, yeah, this is my wife. Honk, honk.
Start rubbing her arse. Yeah, look what she's going to do in public.
I normally cart her about like a 6-pack.
Oh, for fuck's
Sorry.
sake. So how's it been? Like, I know myself when my parents, whenever I see my parents, my dad fucking left me when I was a kid. When my mother would ever
Don't
visit,
blame him.
it was the most awkward fucking time.
Have
know.
you seen you?
I know, right? I don't blame the man. Don't be wrong. I'm not condemning the man. You know, fucking, I'm a shitbag. But you know, as a kid, but even as a younger man, when before my mum was dead, when she'd come to visit, you're like, fucking, here we go, because it was going to be a week of just judgment and telling you what to do and all that kind of bullshit. Is it the
Right,
same
I
for yourself?
Well, I very cunningly and completely unintentionally ended up in Dijon, France, while my parents were visiting.
That's
so,
kind of you.
Yeah, they arrived. So I thought they were arriving on Friday. To be fair, I thought they were arriving on Friday. Turns out they were arriving Wednesday.
Oh.
I was not at home. I left Tuesday,
Right.
and I got back late Friday night.
So your poor wife had to suffer.
So my wife had to, and let's just say I had to buy lots of duty-free stuff to bring home because there was apologies required and things. But yes, by the
See-
time they'd left, it was
crawling.
definitely time.
Isn't it? It's crawling.
It's crawling. It's crawling. You mean
Be a
crawling?
man of your convictions.
Oh, I'm crawling.
Fucking
Yes, you're crawling.
own it. It's when she says you owe me an apology, you say no, I fucking don't.
Yeah.
Right? I'm coming home. You look after the guests. I'm out earning the bucks.
Shit.
Right?
Oh, I like it.
Rule with a firm
Oh.
hand, Tiny.
I tell you what.
Get
She
her
should be buying
tilt.
you duty free.
She should be. She should be laying on
True
a
right.
feast, a banquet, if you will, to celebrate your return as a conquering hero. You've been outside, you've fought off the hordes, you've come back with pillage and loot, right? Maybe a bit of raping. Who knows, right?
Tiny,
I mean, I'm
take my lead, man. Take my lead. Look at me. That's why we're doing this in the caravan in the garden.
Josh, I don't.
I could have done it in the house, but I just thought, no.
You just chose not to.
Yeah, no, I'm going to take my manly choice and banish myself outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say you've met my wife, right?
Yeah.
She frightens the best
yeah,
of us.
Oh, yeah.
But
She
yeah,
does.
so managed to skip the worst of it.
Oh.
But they're actually in town for a month.
A month?
Fucking month.
Yeah, so they're
Cheeky bastards.
they've got like back-to-back B&B rentals. And,
Taking
and
it to
stuff.
Melbourne Sports.
Yeah. Yeah.
Aye, the marquee, I mean.
Oh,
Don't get a fight.
famous marquee.
Speaking of fight,
Yes.
I was sort of part of a really big fight last night.
That's exciting.
For the goose.
No,
The
no,
wife.
it's
The
people.
wife.
So there
She'd
was
win, like, to be fair.
yeah, she just rip its throat out. with
Goose
her
and the
teeth.
wife.
Where were you fighting?
At the I don't know if I should name it. So they'll probably listen to it. But there's the Rich Energy Arena, which is behind the barracks in Bridgeton.
Okay.
There was a fight night last night. There was a
Okay.
kickboxing 13 match
Yeah.
fight. And I was there with my good lady, and I actually had the honor of being able to present the winning Scottish champions belt,
Okay.
lightweight belt for the fight.
Uh-huh.
Got up into the ring eventually, getting my gangly ass through
Yeah,
the ropes into the ring to do the belt. Fucking fight breaks out like as my foot is moving through the thing.
Fight breaks out in the ring.
No, just around the
Oh,
outside.
okay, yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, do I need to like leap over and things? And my wife sat there just looking at me, just grinning like,
What the fuck?
where have you brought me? But yeah, these fucking teenagers just full of hormones just sat there. Nobody's
did you
checking
learn a
their
lesson
ID.
from our last time going to one of these things?
Well, funny thing is, the missus has said, "Oh, we definitely need to go next year."
Oh my god!
But we
Fuck that.
managed to.
I remember you
My
telling
company
me.
Yeah.
sponsored one of the fights and all this kind of stuff. So we got a VIP ticket, and it was really cool. It was really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, we ended up watching various people getting various bits of their body removed because yes, there was a group from Dundee who were supporting the opposing fighter, and then our local lad who won, and then when the bell went and they were celebrating his win. Some of the local lads started throwing their beer at the Dundee group, and
arse with
it's
this
just
shit.
and it's
It's
like,
fucking nuts.
This is
but
not
it
my
was
thing.
never the actual fighters fighting
Yeah,
outside
yeah.
of the ring.
Yes.
It was their cunt ass fucking
Mates.
teenage
Their entourage.
mates who were drunk as fuck.
Yeah.
They weren't IDing people, and there's one dude in a gray backwards baseball cap who had either the smallest bladder in the world or an amazing ability to shit money into his hand, because every time he went to the bathroom, he came out and was folding bills of money into his pocket.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, why
He's
am I
selling
seeing
samples of
this?
spunk.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's giving people
I know, I've
blowjobs.
seen
and
it before.
Jesus.
No, that's
Like-
an eventful.
The last one you took me to as your guest, and it was a fine night. But we had the dude behind us.
Yeah, he
that
kept
was
rubbing your
fucking-
head.
Kept rubbing my head.
That was
and
weird.
and fucking pushing me. I'm like, I'm going to take off
Yeah.
here. You had, like you said, there was the entourages kicking off in the middle of the place. Not even the fighters themselves. There was one fighter though who lost his fight and then went on a fucking rampage and was storming through and shouting and swearing and
That's
fucking
pathetic. Like-
mental. There was one lassie who was fighting. She came out like Billy Big Bollocks, like big old entrance and pumping the crowd and giving folk the V's and I'm the fucking dude.
Yeah.
Got knocked the fuck out within like 5 seconds. It was like-
Perfect.
and then left with the biggest huff.
Good.
Crying and it was
Good.
fucking amazing.
Fuck him.
Oh, brilliant!
Not
But
my
yeah,
thing
I was
at
like,
all.
I would never want to come to this again because I just thought the chance of getting caught in a fight
Very
while I'm
high.
carrying a beer. I'm like, oh, fuck that noise.
No, that sounds fucking horrendous.
Oh,
I've had a
brutal,
very
man.
boring weekend. I've done nothing.
Have you not?
No, nothing. Not a fucking thing. I'm
No.
working. That's shit. You were at Pride, were you?
I was at Pride.
That's a great photo. by the
It's
way.
oh man, like I didn't realize how much I stood out. Like, because again, Tiny, you're the same as me.
Yeah.
You're a big guy, but you don't really appreciate personally how big you are until you see outside
Yeah.
comparisons. And there's a photograph of the start of this procession because we were near the front of this procession
Yeah.
because the wife's old Derby team were kind of leading the kind of
Uh-huh.
thing, so it was fine. So I'm in this kind of crowd walking forward. Someone's taking a picture from height of this entourage of people, and it just looks like Gulliver.
This riot.
And yeah, Gulliver and all his little people. And there's me fucking scowling. I'm like, what for fuck's sake? This
love it.
huge baldy man. Like, what the fuck? Am I that big? Fucking what?
The only one not
But-
wearing makeup.
I mean, it was busy as fuck.
I've seen that.
But what an
Surprised you weren't
entourage.
there, actually.
Well, I was at a
'Cause you
kid's
identify
birthday
as they
party.
them now, don't you?
Nah.
Well, the amount of spunk you're carrying about inside. Maybe a mix of all sorts of they thems. It's like a washing machine full of spunk. He sloshes when he walks.
Constant spin cycle.
It leaks out of my butt.
Man. we were on the bus into the event, you know,
Yeah.
and you could see there were stops nearby we were passing as we got in the city.
Yeah.
Other stops where there was obviously participants of this this parade
Yeah.
waiting for their buses.
Yep.
And again, with all the love and respect, because you can't make fun of this parade at all.
No,
and
no.
I can't make any kind of jokes.
Of course we
because-
can.
We can't because
Of course we can.
because the
Everybody's
alphabet
human.
people don't take a joke as quite as well as we do. You see,
No.
That's their
there's
problem.
someone's going to get offended, right? So I'm not going to say anything mean, but what I'm going to say is that
They can't spell.
in complete innocence, though, in complete innocence, I looked across at a bus and I thought, why is there a bunch of clowns waiting to get a bus? I thought it was clowns, like circus
It
clowns.
wasn't clowns.
It wasn't. It was just folk dressed up to go
Kids.
to Pride. I was like, oh, for fuck, sorry.
Fucking Jesus.
One thing though, and this this is maybe again, this is a worrying state of like how our kind of current society is. But we got on the bus, and there was a lad sitting on the bus already, top deck, and he's reading a book, but he's reading like out loudly, clearly in Arabic or whatever language.
All right, I thought it was a cattle auction.
I know. So I'm like, oh, okay. So we sat like 2 seats behind this guy, and I happened to glance across over his shoulder, and he was reading the Quran, which is fine.
nice.
You know,
Okay.
cool. Reading
Cool.
the Quran's cool. But he's reading the Quran kind of out loudly, like an auctioneer. And you're like, okay, that's cool. I'm not nervous. I'm fine with this. It's fine, you know.
Fucking hell.
He's got the big backpack beside him. I'm like, everything's cool, everything's fine, right? So
Did it tick?
no, but so. And I'm,
Fucking hell.
again, I'm not trying to judge people, you know.
Yes, you are.
But
Yeah.
in the current society, you've got to be a bit careful, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And especially when he then put the book away and took out his phone and using the phone speaker. And now, imagine if you will, right? He's holding the phone, right? I'm behind him. He's holding the so the screen's now facing towards me against his ear as he's got the
holds the phone like
speaker like to his ear, right?
Yeah.
And I can see what he's watching. And all it is like very loud men in white pajamas shouting, right? Right? I don't know what they're saying, but I can see very angry
brilliant.
white pajama wearing brown men
Yeah.
shouting things on the video. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake! Now I'm sweating. I'm like, oh,
Now I'm
where's he going?
sweating.
Where's he going? You know.
That's fine.
And again, I don't want to judge. Like, I feel bad that I
too
had
late,
that
you
kind
have.
of preconception. But I'm like, I'm moving the kids so they've got like an escape route. So I'm like,
Fuck that. Human shield, man.
If he reaches into that
Operation
bag,
Human Shield.
if he reaches into that bag and pulls out anything shiny and metal, the kids are getting sent off the bus, and I'm just going to smother this guy.
We're different
right?
now.
I'm
So
just,
was that today?
no, that was on Pride morning.
Right. Oh, Pride morning.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe he was judging the people around him, and
No,
therefore
it's
you
just for
judging
people
him.
to do that though. Like it's like you see all these kids now with their fucking phones and they'll FaceTime on a public,
Oh,
like, in public, and they'll
Yeah.
use a loudspeaker.
Yeah.
like,
But it's not just the
And I'm
kids.
like, what
I was
the
on the
adults as well?
airplane bus coming back from the airplane when we landed in
Yeah.
Edinburgh, and there was this woman, and she was like mid 40s,
yeah,
and she sat in the middle of the crowd just watching fucking
it's mental.
cooking
I remember
videos,
being-
self-help videos,
At
and stuff at
full
full
volume.
volume.
Yeah, it's a regular thing. You'll see like at truck stops and that you'll sit down and they've normally got a TV in
yeah.
the restaurant anyway. 'Cause, you know, you'll be sitting watching the news while you're having your dinner, and there'll be like 5 or 6 guys round about you with their fucking phones propped up against their coffee mug with like football on or whatever,
But no
and
headphones.
not on silent.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Fucking
man, how
ignorant.
the fuck like that? Oh, the audacity! I just want to fucking
It fucking
turn
annoys me.
Smash them all.
tables over,
Smash them all.
hold them down,
Fuck
and
'em.
blast them.
There was
Yeah.
one guy
In the
Anyway.
ass.
There was one guy again. Speaking of loud phones as well, too. On the way back from the event, there was a guy on the behind us sitting on the bus, right? Myself and the wife behind us, and there's old folk in the chairs ahead of us as well, too, sitting. And a guy comes on the bus, face mask on, and a tail, right? Because obviously he's part of the furries, and he's but
tail,
a
get
big furry tail. Like, cool. Let the man. It's gay Christmas, right? Pride is basically gay Christmas. It's a day
Yeah.
where they celebrate. Do your thing. It's
Yeah.
great, you know. But the old folk were like, oh, fucking boy's got a fucking tail. Horrified by this guy with a tail, right? So the guy's fine. He sits down and he's looking at his phone and he's his tail's wagging and away he goes. The guy behind us, though, I don't know if you know. There's a song. It's like I think it's a German. It's a German song. It's a German kind of dance track.
Deutschland über
No, it's a German dance track, and I think the lyrics are something, Auslander out, or I think it is, or it's like a, but it seems like it's been adopted by the far right in Germany and other European countries as this like this country, it might even be Dutch. I'm not even sure. It's Dutch or it's German.
Okay.
But it's a case of like this country for our people, foreigners out, basically, right?
God.
So it's like that kind of. If you hear it, you know it's like a kind of wolf whistle for the far right and like fucking only us,
hell,
you know.
like-
So this sweaty man with a really bad haircut behind us, who's easily in his like mid to late 50s, maybe even 60s, sitting like with his nose buried in a book. His phone clearly is on fucking loud, right? Ring.
Yeah.
And then all he hears doot, 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 doot.
Was that his ringtone?
This is the fucking Auslander out, fucking trying
And that was his ringtone.
Oh, he's one of them. Aye, his ringtone.
Fucking
And it's just
hell.
blaring out. He's not even bothering to answer. Oh yeah, he's looking at it going, oh yeah, Auslander. Fucking hell.
Fucking hell.
Surely it could
Cunts
have.
should not be allowed to be in public.
Nuts.
Not just in public, but
But yet,
they're
folk
voting.
are offended at a kid with a tail.
Kid with a
Do you
tail,
know
yeah.
what I mean?
Living his-
somebody
Living
reading
his
from a book
best
out
life.
loud.
I know, right?
Yeah, but that's because
I know.
That's because you're invading my personal space. with
Yeah,
that
but
shit.
it's but like, would it be
That's good.
would it be worse if it was somebody reading the Christian Bible? I don't know.
100%.
No.
Yeah.
It was.
It's the noise. It's the
It's-
noise.
yeah, it's just- yeah,
Just
so it
get the
doesn't-
fuck out of my face.
It doesn't matter what the material is. It's you're invading my privacy.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
it was mostly like the invasion of the privacy of the sound thing was a.
Yeah.
But I will admit there was a little bit of me was like, oh, that's a person with a Quran.
You see, if I was on a bus to the Pride
And
and there
again-
was somebody with a Westboro Baptist
Yeah.
thing, I'd be worried about bombs at that
Well,
point.
it's
You know what I mean?
again, and I'm sure he's a lovely man, and I'm sure he was maybe heading into the mosque to do he was maybe studying for his to give
plan
his
a-
sermon,
to
you know.
plan an
To
attack.
give him his
That's
dues,
fine.
he probably was weirded out or worried about all the pride stuff all
Maybe,
around
yeah.
him when it was making him unclean.
I have a
And so he was
Seeking
trying to.
reassurance, so
He was
he's
washing
like,
himself of
I have a
the
much
malignity.
bigger concern.
And but what's that?
the fact that you were on Tink Transport.
I was on Tink
Fuck you
Transport.
doing on
I
a
know.
bus?
Oh.
You
What's
got
wrong with the
cars?
bus?
Eh?
What's wrong with the bus?
Fuck that.
Well, the reason why
So I've got cars.
was because we went into town, you see,
Yo, what's wrong with this
with
world?
the kids, right?
Yeah.
Then after the parade, the kids got dumped with their auntie, and we then went on the drinks. Cosmo for the feast,
Oh.
and then on the
Did you
drinks.
check your phone? Did you get an invite?
Genuinely fucking.
Sorry,
checked
because
my
I never
phone
got
there.
it. I
I'm
never.
sorry.
I must have missed that text
Is,
message.
am I supposed to invite you to my wife's day out?
Yeah.
Is that how it
Fucking
fucking works?
out and
My
drinking.
wife's
listen,
birthday
We're
day out.
out, we're out drinking, eh? Holy
moly.
shit!
How often, Tiny? How often do you get a message from Boris saying, "Hey, listen, I'm in the house. I'm 3 sheets to the wind. We're watching Running Man. And me and the wife are fucking through
be
5
here in a
bottles of
heartbeat."
vodka and a bottle of wine each. Get your arse into here now. Fucking never.
Don't bring any pants.
That's because when I'm drinking in the house, it's because I don't want company.
I know.
I want to sit and stew in my own hatred. And plus, I'm normally busy writing the next chapter of through their eyes. I've got stuff to do.
That's the name of our fucking episode, by the way. Through their eyes. That's fucking. Oh man, that's the best bit.
That's some dark shit.
Yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do.
Oh dear.
Stop it.
Fucking. Oh my head, honestly. We do. I mean, we do have. Well, in fact, we do a top nonce.
We'll do a top nonce and then what
So
are
do
you thinking after? You got more? If you got more,
I've got
texts or
one
something?
more email I could read out if we do a top nonce. So, let's get a top nonce.
Okay, let's nonce it.
Because I mean, but then we can't obviously like surpass last week's top nonce. Top nonce last week was the best.
Pedo Hormum.
Hashtag pedo
Well, it
hormone.
hasn't been out yet.
But they don't know that.
Oh yeah, you
keep saying you keep saying that, right? But they don't fucking know that, right?
Time travel's a bitch.
totally got
Jesus
it.
Christ.
Penny's just dropped.
The people don't realise
Yeah, oh,
that
yeah.
we're recording these in advance.
So they have heard. They have heard.
They
of
have
these-
heard it. You fucking
They haven't heard
tube.
Peter Hormum. Just to be clear, they have not. They will hear Peter Hormum.
They've heard it because it's out.
But they will. It's coming out tomorrow. And
By
this
the
is not
time
going
they
to
hear
be
this, they'll have heard Peter Hormone.
Yeah,
Right.
100%.
I take it back. Yes.
Oh, sweet Lord.
Hashtag Peter
fucking
Hormone.
This whole time travel thing is so difficult.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh my God!
My dude here's a humdinger. Fucking
Oh,
hell,
this
okay,
dude
okay.
comes from the same place my wife does.
Oh, excellent. Hell. The seventh plane of hell.
And kind of looks like her dad.
So whose turn is it?
A young version.
I think it's who won?
you.
Was it me?
No, it was my turn to pick last time. So
Oh, it was
it's your
okay.
turn.
Right. Well, I've got this guy here. He is number 16 in the card list. I'll give you this much so far. His nickname was the Spanking Headmaster, and
Nice.
I'm going to go for. Let me think. Now. I'm going to go
Was he
for.
really handsome?
I'm going to go for non-seriety
Ooh.
on this one. So I have a non-seriety score for the Spanking Headmaster of 87%.
I'm fucked up. Pumped you.
Oh, have you?
91.
91.
99, motherfuckers.
Who have you got?
You've
Prince
got
Andrew.
Well, I mean,
Jesus.
Sorry.
so does that mean I start?
Tiny, you win, man. You fucking fire away.
Raymond Morris. Raymond Morris. He's number 14 in the pack. His
Okay.
nickname is the Monster of Cannock Chase.
Oh.
1929 to 2014, so he's dead now. The Midlands' worst child killer, also
Fucking
known
hell.
as the A34 killer, raped and murdered a 7-year-old girl in 1967.
It's a good road, by the way.
He w-
But
That's the
actually,
bit I took away from there.
in his defence, right? In his defence,
Goes all the way down to Winchester.
if you go to chapter 5 of Through Their Eyes, right?
Oh, yeah, she kept throwing
Yeah.
like dirty.
She was at
nappies
fault.
and- fucking hell, you guys are going to hell.
she kept thumbing dog shits through his hair box, and it just went too far.
7-year-old
spoiling it.
girl.
Sorry.
Seven-year-old
Oh, no.
girl.
Sorry.
Fucking going to hell.
To shine off it, Tiny.
A little bit. No fucking hell.
7-year-old girl in 1967. He was the prime suspect in 2 other identical child murders, also in Cannock Chase. Died in prison, aged 84, after serving 45 years of a life sentence.
So
that's the
that's
first,
a good sentence. That's a
first time I've
substantial.
That's a
seen.
good
Well,
fucking
I had a
time away.
lifer once. We had a lifer.
Oh yeah, you
did,
did.
yeah.
Yeah.
A while back, yeah.
So
That's mental.
physical threat,
Well,
84.
not now. He's not.
No. Cockiness, 78. Offenses, 98. Slipperiness, 66. Remorse, 0.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And non-sobriety, 99. The picture that they've picked for him is a bit odd because he's kind of
Elvis looking.
Oh.
like
Oh. He looks like it's
He
a
looks
black,
like you're
it's a
Steve.
smoldering.
It's a black and white picture. It looks like Steve. Steveosaurus from the old
It's like if
The
TV.
second one we've had was
I
Steve.
know, right?
It would be if Steve
eyes.
and what's his name? Tom, the singer.
Hanks?
No,
Cruz,
singer, the Welsh singer.
Elton,
What?
Jones.
Tom Jones.
Tom Jones.
It's like if Steve.
Just help yourself to my lips,
Pussycat,
little girl.
pussycat.
Touch you in your pants. That one, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that one. Looks like Tom Jones and Steve had a baby.
Oh shit!
Oh my god.
This is horrible. We're
Yeah,
gonna
anyway.
Cannock Chase. That's where my wife grew up.
A34 is it's a good road. Runs all the way down to Winchester.
So that's
So-
where your wife grew up,
Right down through
Yeah.
Oxford. Bicester.
Yeah,
and that's a black and white photograph. So he's been at it for many years ago.
Yeah.
Perhaps around when your
He's one of the
wife
OGs.
Was, how old was your? Jesus, what the OGs?
What?
The goat.
Goat.
Oh my God.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, people like this segment for some fucking reason. I do not know.
Well, they
why.
did.
They did.
This is the one that's changed.
Goat.
So,
So
Fucking.
Jesus
Right,
Christ.
right.
Okay.
Let's just change the mood a bit. I've got Joseph Birtles.
Change the mood.
Joseph Birtles, born 1933. Retired primary school teacher, sexually abused more than 7 boys aged 8 to 12. The sex
Fucking
attacks, flagrant abuse of trust, apparently. Obviously.
Well, obviously.
Took place during the 1970s and 80s, often in front of the class.
What? Jesus Christ.
hell.
Aged 81, was jailed for 7 years. Despite
This is
his
painful.
dementia.
Oh, Jesus.
Despite his dementia.
Despite-
Oh, well, he doesn't
Oh, he
remember
got
fucking those
dementia.
kids.
Fucking
So we
hell.
can't. He's
Give
a
him a pass.
physical threat of 68 because he's a little frail little fan.
Oh,
For
for
state, little
fuck's
cunt.
sake. Well, speaking of frail little
Cockiness,
families.
94, offences 92, slipperiness 79, no remorse.
Ugh.
It's, well, I shouldn't say it. Yeah, non-sobriety 91. That is in front of the class.
That's
Can you
mental.
just check that I didn't just accidentally upload that as my status on WhatsApp?
Nope.
No, I hope so.
I just tried to send a picture to somebody.
So, as you all know, folks, we now take photographs of the top winner of the week.
Oh, yeah.
And we post them on our X account.
Did we do that last week? Oh,
At Miscreants Pod, it'll be on there. but-
Fucking hell.
Yes, we did it last week. Wink.
Wink. Oh, yeah, because they have,
show that's
because they
half
have
heard.
heard.
That's
I'm with you.
So let me introduce you to David Toohey. And
What,
he was
as of like 2 holidays?
2 wee holidays.
wow.
14% off if you're 14. Head teacher
Fuck off.
of a boarding school for children with special needs.
Don't laugh at that.
Boris, for fuck's sake. He's lost his microphone so his hands.
His microphone's currently bouncing off his penis.
Head teacher of a boarding school for children with special needs had a particular deviant sexual fascination with the bottoms of very young boys.
Right. What a weird. You can't write it like that and expect me not to laugh. I'm sorry.
Maybe he's testing people.
Found guilty of 15 sexual assaults on pupils shortly before sentencing. His body was found in the Thames.
Well, like, fuck for that.
Oh,
He-
really?
That's a good end.
Fucking jail.
He ended himself a cunt.
No, well,
But,
maybe.
Fucker.
But particular deviant sexual fascination with the bottoms of very young
Fucking
boys.
hell.
Now, if you
But it's a fact that Boris lost it at, what was it, disabled children, learning difficulties.
Can you imagine, right? The people who
sorry.
make these cards, the man who had to sit.
Oh, they're
or
all
woman
dead. They've
who
all
had to
committed
sit
suicide.
and write out these cards.
They've
and
committed
then
suicide.
go home to their family. The wife's like, oh,
and
yeah,
look at their son's bottom.
How's your day? How's your day been, sweetheart?
Fantastic.
Oh, good. Yeah,
Yeah.
busy day today, writing some more of these cards and stuff, and that was fine. And formatting and getting the pictures and blah blah. And I wrote about a deviant who liked young boys' asses. You know, how do you tell your family what you do for a living? You know, fucking. I mean, the makers of these cards have made a pretty fucking penny. All the cards they made sold out. See if you want to buy a pack of these cards now. Fortune online.
What you don't know is there was probably only about 6 of them fucking made, because really, I wouldn't think there'd be a high demand for that.
Well, fucking, because they did like a. Well, I think this is the Generation 2 pack, the Gen 1 pack, which we'll need to get. You know, when they.
I feel like we should try and buy up as many of these as we can and send them into prisons.
God.
Like, but like, oh mate, look, it's you! I got you! He's like,
Stab him!
68? Oh no, I was way worse than that. Like,
Oh right, that was the wonderful.
Fucking hell. How are we
Blind
still on
dogs.
fucking the air? How are we still in the air?
I have no idea. Fucking hell. Right, let's bang out another email, shall we? While we're here.
If you've had a shit day or an epic fail, or you got very drunk and woke up with a whale, then settle in and tell us the tale and send a quick message to Miscreants Mail.
Speaking of banging tunes, mate, that King Witch is amazing. That new one.
King Witch.
New singles out. Fucking amazing. I was listening to it on
it's
the way
a
here.
friend of mine, I'll let you hear him before, yeah.
I think so. Yeah. But there's
Laura's
a
got an
new
awesome
single
voice,
out.
man.
Just
So what's what the band's called?
Yeah,
King Witch.
They're like
King Witch.
Yeah, like kind of
fucking
groovy,
like long
stoner
hair,
rock,
fucking
like,
stoner rock.
Really.
Can I and the listeners
riffy.
find this on Spotify?
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't know if I don't know if they'd want to be associated.
Don't know if they would have been linked to this
But,
show.
I mean, if you like stoner kind of metal, yeah, they're fucking awesome. But she's fucking hell, what a set of pipes she's got on her. But the whole lot of them are good. Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome band,
Really good.
awesome
I
band.
love
But
it.
yeah,
Tune.
Tune. Very
Yeah,
tasty.
new ones.
Very tasty. tune.
Yeah.
So, folks, of course, if you want to contact the show, you can email us now at extraordinarymiscreants@gmail.com.
Extraordinary.
Extraordinarymiscreants@gmail.com. This email comes in. Dear Miscreants, love this show, guys. Been a listener since the DHB, and this new show is up there. Since I know exactly what Scott is like, and I'm getting a good impression of the other Miscreants, I wanted to seek some advice as I'm currently experiencing what I believe professionals call a spiraling moral event horizon.
Oh.
I think you Miscreants could be a huge help.
I'm now partially erect.
Tiny seems pretty clued up on laws. Scott seems pretty clued up on being
how to break
retarded. And Boris seems pretty clued up on dancing around the other side of the law.
I mean,
He's got us.
Pigeonholed.
Here's the situation. I work nights at a storage facility. Quiet job, boring, lots of time to listen to the podcast and shout laugh into the void.
Nice.
Anyway, about 2 months ago, I started letting this guy use one of the units after hours. Said he was storing antiques, paid in cash. Very polite. Called me boss a lot, thought nothing of it. Cut to last weekend. He invites me to a family barbecue. I go because I'm lonely and have no friends, and I heard there'd be brisket. Turns out the family isn't just related by blood, but by blood oaths. Actual gang people, like straight out of a Guy Ritchie
like
film,
mafia family.
but less charming and way sweatier.
Oh, nice.
I try to leave politely, but they start cheering me on. Apparently I made a solid move letting them use the unit, and now I'm one of the team. They gave me a ring and a nickname. Porky. No explanation. Here's where it gets worse. I love it.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
The power, the free food, the fact that someone finally answers my calls. I was recently put in charge of handling a situation with a van, and I think I might have indirectly orchestrated a very minor arson. I'm not cut out for this.
It's just that van that caught fire and fire to the house.
Sounds like it.
Oh, fucking. I'm not cut out for this. I once cried while watching a dog food commercial. But now they're calling me dependable and asking if I want to move up.
Fucking hell.
I don't have a fucking clue what that means.
Wow.
Move up to where? So here's my question. How do I get out of this crime family without ending up in several parts in a quarry? Or do I just lean in and become the guy who runs clean operations like dog racing and counterfeit Pokemon cards?
No.
They're gypsies.
I trust you, lads. You've given solid advice, and at least 1/3 of you seems not very retarded.
Me.
Boris put
Me.
his hand up immediately.
Me.
That's you. Probably, I mean.
I'm the third isn't.
Probably, right? Yours fearfully, but also kind of thrilled, Porky, formerly Kevin.
Oh, Jesus.
So,
Okay.
so for the...
Well, that was the important thing to ask right out, like,
Uh-huh.
as not a lawyer.
Not a lawyer, but our closest thing to a lawyer.
Yeah.
you know?
Has Borky taken money from these people for any return of any services? Because if it's
doesn't
only
matter.
food and stuff, then legally he might be associated with it, but he can't be convicted of anything.
I don't think the money would really matter at this point. I think
There's different angles.
They've got a grip on him. He's
Yeah.
fucked.
He's in, exactly.
He's in. So lean into it, man.
Lean into it, you say.
Fucking lean
Just go
into
balls deep in the
What's
criminal
it like?
empire.
I'm fucking. It sounds like
Or
a-
leave, change your sex and name, and
Nah,
start a
fuck
new
you.
life.
Fucking-
Clearly, Kevin didn't have a great life until the point that the mafia got their hooks into him. So
God, you're so dull.
But, but you're going straight to mafia. I'm thinking like Jibbos.
No, yeah,
it's
Or
not
like, you know,
mafia,
like a,
yeah,
like a
it's tinks.
European gang. You know,
They're dog racing, man. It's
dog
tinks.
racing things.
So
like tanks.
they're fuck it. Like I mean, how boring was his life?
Oh.
He was working in a warehouse at night
Mm-hmm.
because he had no
Night shift.
fucking friends.
Exactly, yeah.
Loser. Now you've got friends and associates and family who want to spend time with you. They want to cook you brisket. They want to take you
See,
out.
Are we sure
They
the
want to take you out
brisket
on
wasn't the
arson
previous
trips.
Kevin that tried to get away?
Who the fuck doesn't want to go out and set fire to somebody's house on a
See,
weekend?
Wait.
Bring
Whoa,
your own
back up.
marshmallows, Kevin.
See, if I can give like the partially retarded viewpoint here, so according to Kevin, is or Porky, is as a man who potentially in like a day or two here might have no job, right?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that if I can get a stability of working in a storage unit overnights, then
So
kinda
swap.
wanna
Well, there you
keep your
go.
fucking
So
job,
he
you
leans
know?
into you get his job. Everyone's happy.
That's fucking genius. Holy
Kevin, not only are you
shit.
helping yourself, you're helping Scott.
This is why you're the brains of the operation. here.
Exactly. Told
Holy
you.
fuck.
Who's the one that's not retarded? No, that's a fucking great deal. You didn't even have to try. You didn't have to fucking earn your fucking stripes.
That's a fucking
Fuck
good
all.
point.
You just went to a barbecue. They liked you. They took you out and set fire to somebody's house, and now you're in it.
In the burning house.
Jesus.
Fuck the burning house. Who
This is
cares?
fine.
My size says everything.
See, I have a different viewpoint somewhat
Ugh.
because
I'm a fireman. I have to put out those fires.
no, fuck it, burn it. fuck those kids.
I don't think he was asked to do that. Well, maybe he was.
Oh, maybe it depends.
Top
Is
knots.
that like in my previous career as a door steward
Yep.
many years ago? I was also unwittingly pulled into what I thought was a criminal group for a while, and only clicked after I got invited to a night out and realised that I wondered why we were all driving to this night out in vans, and then
Balaclavas.
and then realised only realised that it was not a night out when the other members of these vans jumped out and smashed away through someone's front door, and I was left sitting going, "What the fuck is happening here?" And I left. I got the van and walked away. I got a bus home. But yeah, I was not getting involved with that shit.
Fucking hell. No,
I mean, I've already got like a generic fucking crime watch effect in the
Exactly.
face. You know, the last thing I'm
If
need
it
to
looks
do-
like a duck,
exactly. Yeah.
Porky needs to get on this shit. Like,
You think so?
this could
No.
change his life.
I mean, it could.
no.
He could.
Or Porky could go to night school, get a proper job, and avoid
What's a proper job?
truck driver.
Basically a criminal.
All right. Have you heard his stories that we can't tell on the show?
Can't tell fucking so. There's several guys. I'm gonna kind of coax one to come on.
I was going to
and
say,
tell some stories, and yeah.
is there any way at all
he's
that you could?
fucking might have to change his voice.
Oh,
I don't know if we
think
can
do
do the
that.
technology. I'll speak to him because he's got some fucking wild stories. Like,
Tell him to come on with a pseudonym.
yeah.
So I mean, if you
The
know him, you'll
pseudonym
know.
isn't the problem. It's the fact that his wife might recognise his voice. She'd never hear it. 'Cause I don't think she would know.
Oh shit!
Yeah, no, he makes Porky look like a fucking saint.
Really?
Oh my fucking god.
Oh man! See, I think you need to start speaking to your colleagues and go, look, can I just gather together your stories?
Yeah, I'm gonna
fucking tell
phone.
them
I'm
what-
gonna
Yeah, never
actually-
mind
I'll phone
through
this
their
cunt
eyes.
tomorrow, actually.
through my eyes.
Through your yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you might be in this, but yeah, if you don't fucking wind your neck. Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Well, I think on that
Sorry.
note, gentlemen, we are probably done for the evening.
I'll do.
It's been a wonderful little discussion here, a little chat here. Anything to say before we go, guys? Anything to?
No, not at all.
Never try and drive from Paris Charles de Gaulle to Dijon,
Why not?
Oh,
particularly on a Tuesday evening.
Why not?
why not?
Well, because one, it's legal for motorcycles to pass you in between the cars
That's right, yeah.
at 70 miles and above.
Yeah.
Shit.
So you're constantly getting your wing mirror clipped, which you have a 2,000-pound
Well, he stayed on the right
variable
side of
thing.
the fucking road
Fuck you.
Right.
instead of hog in the middle of the fucking
And
lane.
then it also took 3 hours. It's supposed to be 3.5 hours, and it took 3 hours to get out of Paris.
Oh, it's a cunt of a place.
Fucking cunt of a place. But yeah, those fucking
Yeah.
motorcycles. I googled it, and it's actually a legal right that motorcyclists, mopeds, and stuff are allowed to
Yeah, they can
drive
filter
on
at speed. Yeah.
filter at speed. If the road has normally 70 kilometers an hour or higher speed limit, they can drive between the cars. No question asked. At speed.
If
So
they
you're
want to
sitting
die,
there-
they want to die. It's
You're sitting
natural
there.
selection.
You're sitting there in traffic, and also like a fucking Yamaha.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking
Fucking
Don't
right.
speak to me about fucking
Oh,
motorbikes.
that's
Oh right.
Oh, fucking
what's
drama.
happened to the fucking
Right, so
German Bedford?
well,
What's
let me
going
just
on
let
with
me tell you what's been happening with this piece of shit bastard fucking wank fuck shit cunt thing, right? I bought the bike, thinking it won't take much to get it running, right? And I was
Yeah.
reassured by the seller, won't take much, fucking.
Did I sell you that bike?
Well,
Because it
I'm
sounds like I might
starting to
have.
fucking think maybe. and so it was at a point, so it got shipped out to my friend Butch. He lives out by Hatton,
Yeah.
which is about maybe a 20-minute drive away from Old Meldrum here, you see. And it was at his place, and the man gave him his dues, fucking beasted it, got it going, fitted a new starter motor, everything was running. He was shooting me videos of it running in his driveway and stuff, and in his house, he took it for a little spin up the road and back, worked perfectly, not a problem. I arrive, borrow a trailer, arrive at his home to collect it and take it back home again, and sure enough, starts up perfectly fine, fucking idling away. It's amazing. It's gonna be fucking. I'll take it home and I'll clean it up and I'll get it in for MOT and that'll be fine. Load it on the trailer, start it up again, try it. Yep, there it goes again. Oh, fucking ace! It's running fine. That's great. Drove it back to Old Meldrum and took it off the trailer at my work because the trailer belonged to a guy at my work. So I'm like, I'll leave that. I'll take the bike off there. I'll give him the trailer back. And I'll just take the bike up the back road there from my work.
Did you
to
back
my
the trailer
house.
into your bike?
No.
Oh, okay.
So I'll take the bike up the hill, safe enough,
Yep.
and then it's stored away and get it for the MOT. Took it off, tried to start it, not a damn thing. It's turning, it's winding, but not catching. And I kept trying, and it won't start. And it fucking won't start. So now it's back in my house again, back at the garage. I've got no idea what's wrong with it. I've got it on a fucking trickle charge to try again and see what. I've got to check all the plugs again now and the leads. And I'm like, what the fuck has happened? in that 20-minute journey from his house to my house,
Fuck.
you know, is it a change of air pressure? Is it a delicate thing that hates the fucking smell of
The
meldrum?
battery on the Bluetooth speaker that your mate had glued to the underside ran out.
Fucker. That's out of range of his house, exactly.
Fucking things.
Infuriating, man.
What the fuck is going on with it?
I am
Wild.
this close to just saying, fuck it.
Get the
I'm
fucking
burning
thing
the
running
cunts.
and sell it.
Let Boris sell it again.
Man, I know,
I'll
right?
sell it.
He'd
Fuck
make
it,
your money
I'll
back.
sell it.
Fucking thing. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I'm in a pit of despair because my bike. And I guarantee you now, we've had all this lovely weather and sunshine.
As soon
and,
as that thing
and
runs,
sun-
it's going to rain.
it's going to fucking honk rain for
It'll be
weeks.
snow.
on end.
It'll be the
Oh,
first
it's gonna
snow in
fucking
August.
Hailstones and everything. Bastard fucking things.
Fucking hell.
So yeah, absolutely
heartbreaking.
raging. It's heartbreaking.
I was excited for
Kinda
you when you
funny.
got that bike.
Oh man,
A little bit funny.
So what we need to do is just we need to go fuck up the cunt that sold it to you. Though.
I'm gonna go fucking tell his windows.
Yeah, give me his address. I'm
Oh,
going to
yeah,
start
just
making
needs
things.
this, just needs that, but fine. Fucking, he's getting his
I'm going to start making things. Imagine the balls on a man to sell something fucking iffy to that cunt. Do you know what? Like balls big enough to
Especially from their own home.
balls big enough to come in a dump truck.
Oh man,
That's a serious dude. He looked at that fucking thing and went, I'm going to fuck him over.
fuck him. I'll take his money. Cunt, big cunt.
That's impressive. shit,
I
like.
know.
Well, he knows that he'll never make it to him on the bike.
There's a fuck you. On that note, fucking horrible bastards. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, thank you for listening to this week's show of the Extraordinary Miscreants. Of course, we will catch us again in 2 weeks' time. The show releases every second Monday at midday on the Spotify's.
Like a mid in the filth.
Like a mid in the felt, exactly. We will catch you there again. If you want to contact the show, go to extraordinarymiscreants@gmail.com. That's how you can email the show. Of course, you'll find us on Twitter, aka X, on the Elon Musk platform. You'll find us on there at Miscreants Pod. Search for the Legion of Extraordinary Miscreants on Facebook for our Facebook page. And we've got a Discord in there, which you can find on the goddamn Facebook page. Go to Discord where all the filth is. Gentlemen, it's been an absolute fucking pleasure. Toodle pips.
Bye.
Oh, the tune ran out
Yeah,
before I
it did.
finished off there.
Idiot.
Let's do it again. Bye!
Bye.
See you for the next show. Whose fault is that?
We fight the noise, extraordinary stand. Miscreants unite in this rebel land.